After Carlos Sainz ended Max Verstappen and Red Bull's winning streak last time out in Singapore, the early alarm clocks are back for UK viewers as Formula 1 heads to Japan. Here on Apex Motorsport, we've got everything you need to know ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix weekend. The Japanese Grand Prix is round 17 of the 2023 FIA Formula 1 World Championship and takes place at the iconic Suzuka circuit. In fact, this is the only track on the entire calendar this year that is laid out like a figure of 8, which means the track goes both clockwise and anti-clockwise. There is only going to be one DRS zone active this weekend, and this is due to the lack of straights on the current layout of the Suzuka circuit, with drivers only going in a straight line for 1.2 kilometers out of the 5.8 kilometers around the track. But what are some of the key talking points going into this weekend's Japanese Grand Prix? Well, let's start with the current championship leader Max Verstappen, who failed to win his first race since the Azerbaijan Grand Prix back in April. If things had gone to plan for the two-time world champion, he would have made it title number 3 in Japan, but will now have to wait until the next race in Qatar at least to be crowned champion, as it's mathematically impossible for him to do it this weekend. His team Red Bull will be hoping that they can wrap up the Constructors Championship this weekend, and what they have to do to win that is outscore Mercedes by 1 point and hope that Ferrari don't outscore them by more than 24 points, something that hasn't happened since the 2022 Bahrain Grand Prix. It will also be the first race for Oscar Piastri since signing a new contract with McLaren, keeping them in Papaya until 2026. Speaking about the new deal, the rookie said that I'm thrilled to be extending my partnership with McLaren for many years. I want to be fighting it out at the front of the grid with this team, and I am excited by the vision and the foundations that are already being laid to get us there. And finally, a quick note on Tyres. Pirelli have confirmed that this weekend teams will be running the C1, C2 and C3 compound of tyres. And during the first 2 practice sessions, so on Friday, each driver will have an additional 2 sets of a new C2 compound tyre as part of a development programme. And they've also confirmed that during the Mexican Grand Prix they will be testing a new C4 compound. In terms of racing action, it gets underway on Friday with the first 2 practice sessions. FP1 gets underway at 11:30 am local time, which is 3:30 am in the UK, with FP2 following a few hours later with a 3 PM local start, 7 AM in the UK. Then it's another early start on Saturday as FP3 takes place at the same time the first practice session did, with qualifying starting at 3 PM local time, 7 AM in the UK. Sunday of course is race day, and with a 2 PM local time start, that means it's lights out at 6 AM in the UK. And if you're trying to work out what time the action begins in your area, Japan is 9 hours ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. But do you think Max Verstappen can take back his crown and win this weekend in Japan, or do you think it will be someone else? Let us know in the comments section below. We actually made our predictions on the latest episode of Just Another F1 Podcast, which is available now on all your usual streaming platforms. But anyway, thanks for watching, and if you haven't checked out our latest video with British GT star Johnny Adam, or our video looking at 5 manufacturers that failed to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans, you can by clicking either video that is on screen now. Goodbye.